tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you how much that I love you. Let me tell you, me once it. Let me tell you how much that I love you. You found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, said no chance, but you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me life. Now that I'm with you, me want to say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder without my baby, without me love, without me love. And I dance and sing and I sing because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. So me, we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under to get under. I know. With your love in my life control that I lay down my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings, they come my way. And all the bad things, they turn away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Shut up, 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 shut up.
Greetings and gratitudes. I am not going to do my regular opening because I'm going to let Mr. Celebrity News Galaxy, Mr. Yusuf himself, take it away.
Well, thank you so much. I just wanted to show so much gratitude for this interview, for this opportunity to sit down and speak with you. You've definitely been one of the most powerful spiritualists that I've witnessed in this life. And I've learned a lot from watching you, and a lot have come back to mind kindredly through you, a walk with the ancestors. And so I always had this idea that we would have this interview one day, and it's just like the universe put it out there for us. You were doing the live, and you dropped your number. I already had my interview ready. And so it's just crazy the way things work, y'all. Go for what you know. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Because I would say that I never thought that I would get this interview, but I always knew I would get this interview. So I appreciate you for recognizing my words and me and saying yes, of course.
Gratitude. Absolutely. No problem. I appreciate you for even, being a supporter. So I'm happy to be here with you.
Yes, and this is also just so people know, I am going to be smoking. I am going to be drinking because sometimes my nerves, and so it's going to take me a while. I'm a little rusty. Some of y'all might have seen me interviewing some of your favorite celebs, and you might have seen me dragging them. But to me and to us, the Governess QuaTita Dean is definitely the star tonight. So, and I just wanted to thank you again. And so I'm ready to get into it. I just wanted to know right off the rip, are you a witch?
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay. And would you consider
myself, because a queen and a witch are two different things. A queen is a whore and a prostitute by etymology. A witch is a powerful and wise woman. So yes, I hope so.
Absolutely. So is that why you prefer to be called governess or anything other than queen?
Absolutely.
Okay, because you're above that.
Yes.
All right. And so are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Shit, I hope I'm the baddest one walking the plane. I hope I'm good at what I do, but I hope I'm the baddest that there is. So that could be taken either way. Do I harm people? Absolutely not, unless someone is trying to harm me and I still don't cause harm. I may try to break a leg, something, but no, I don't harm people.
Absolutely. And if somebody don't do something to you, then karmically they're not in store, because that's another thing people don't realize. I mean, I think you have the right. That's one of my questions later, but I might as well ask it now. How do you feel about revenge? Do you feel like you're on the right side of karma if you do something, if somebody do something to you?
Revenge is always justified. I feel like revenge is best served cold.
Me too. Okay. So now about being the governess, I would like to know, what is a governess and how are you the governess? Is it by birthright? Is it a bloodline? Was it some initiation?
So I'm a governess by birthright inside of the soul's energy via the spirit. Okay. So what it means is probably 10, maybe 10, 13 years ago, I was inside of a DMT trip, and there was a voice that was speaking to me that I understand as being Adina now. She told me I was a governor of worlds. And because I do understand that the world, your universe is inside of your mind, I help to govern over certain things and I bring forth truth and light. So, yes, I'm a governess.
Absolutely. Thank you. And who is Yehuda?
Yehuda is the frequency and the spirit. Some people may know him of different teaching. Like they may call him the Lion of Judah, the King of Israel. We don't use king and queen terminology. As queen means whore and prostitute, king means pedophile and low class men as well. Those who lay with children, those who do unrighteous things. Okay, so we don't use that terminology. However, Yehuda is the governor of the spirit world. He is the frequency.
Absolutely. Very well put. And that brings a little more perspective because we hear you saying that all the time and we see the picture of the woman with the lion. And so that pretty much represents the governess in this realm with Yehuda. It's so is it like a God energy?
It is, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. And I wanted to know this because I've seen you do work with others. I wonder do you feel like your spirit or your work is more powerful and potent when you work alone or when you work with other spiritualists?
Well, great question. First of all, I feel like my work is definitely more potent when I work by myself, just because when I work by myself, I know what everybody else doesn't know. If I'm working with other spiritualists, I am going to put forth a beautiful effort. However, I am never, ever, ever going to tell someone all that I am capable of.
Wow, that's a powerful answer. So, what's the best advice that you've gotten from possibly a fellow spiritualist? If you don't mind answering, because sometimes people don't like to answer that question. It's like the greatest advice ever that you've received from someone else in your line of work.
I have to be quite honest with you. If I'm going to answer that question, I have to answer with all transparency. The greatest advice that I've ever received from a spiritualist would be the advice that I got from the spirit itself, Yehuda, who told me to always move in silence because sometimes I talk too much.
Facts. And I find myself working with that too. It's like, how can you talk too much when you're gifted to speak? It's like a catch-22. So you had to find your way on that journey.
I'm still doing it. Absolutely. So right now I have so many logs in the fire, but I don't speak of it just because,
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, do you have any advice that you could give a young Black spiritualist to this day?
Absolutely.
Someone listening.
I feel like the best advice I could give another spiritualist or a soulfulist would be to honor yourself and stand 10 toes down in what you believe. Because in the beginning of my journey and my walk, I was called a demon. Oh, you're a demon, you talking to devils. Oh, well, if that's how you feel about it, make sure that you don't enjoy my work. That's all. So you stand 10 toes down in what you believe.
Period. Now, are you scribing or documenting or creating a grimoire of your own, of your body of work, so that it could be passed down through generations?
Absolutely. I work with a team of other people. First, I have the Melanated Bible, which is a body of my work that I'm putting together, which is why it's taken so long. I thought I was going to be able to do it in a year. Absolutely not, because I still have things that I'm doing that I'm adding to it. So, I have that, which is, I guess you say grimoire, that I hope will be like, you ever seen a show Charmed?
Yes, I love that show.
Book. I'm hoping that's what it is for people. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And then I also work with a team of people who are developing a line of children's books based on my teachings.
Absolutely. That's very powerful. I can see that vision coming to life a million times true. May we all show gratitude and it'd be a million times true. That's another thing too, y'all. You can always, the slightest bit of, were you about to say something?
Nope. I was just saying
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. And the slightest bit of energy into someone else's manifestation, you'll be surprised how you're investing into the spirit world. And a lot of people have done things, and it's karma and dharma. People don't realize that you can do things to clear up your negative karma. And I think that helping another spiritualist is a good way to do it. And it makes you stronger.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was really interested in your answer on that one. Now, do you plan on getting married? And if so, does the married person have to be a male witch or some type of diviner? And if it's a female, how does her spiritual energy matter to the love language and work that you do?
Okay.
That was layered. So that was layered.
No, but look, that's a great question because listen, am I going to ever get married? I hope not. I've honestly never wanted to be married. I've been engaged 3 times, 4 times, maybe 5. I've been engaged several times. Never made it to the altar, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to get married and have children. I just wanted to have children. I didn't want to. I felt like marriage is horrible. And then today, during the horoscope, Spirit said, please tell them, soul said, please tell them, stop getting married inside of these contracts. You can have a vibration with people. I want to have a vibration with people. I want to have a vibration with male and female. So I don't want to limit myself. And they don't necessarily have to be witches and warlocks or whatnot, but I feel like they need to be able to stand spiritually and soulfully along with me, because I don't want, like, I can't be with you and you still praising Jesus. I can't do that. You know what I mean? That's a slap in the face of everything that I teach and what I know to be valuable. However, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I got someone or some of them that would be also witches, warlocks, spiritualists, soulfulists, whatever, sometimes it has not served me because, one, they try to do work against me. My love sometimes does things to people I don't quite understand. I'm not being funny. I'm fucking being honest. My love sometimes does things to people, and they become, I don't know. And I have them that come in and they feel like, because I may teach them something, or I will pour life into them, or I'll tell them who they are inside of the spirit, they now think that they're more powerful than I am, and they can stand where I stand. You can't stand where I stand. I stand alone. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I say that without ego. Mm-hmm. It was a placement that I didn't want to be in, but I was gifted into. And so I stand there, and I stand there honorably, you know what I mean? Unapologetically. And so if there are other people that feel like they're more powerful than I am, great. I want you to stand in that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because my power and what I do has nothing to do with anyone else.
Absolutely. That makes complete and total sense. And I'm telling you were speaking to me with that Capricorn reading this morning, because I was already up and I should have been asleep, but I saw you pop on, and I'm so excited for the interview tonight, and no one knew about it. So I'm just like on the edge of my seat. And then I seen you live doing horoscopes. I haven't caught that in a while. So I was over there and you were doing January, and my birthday is literally in 2 days. So this is a gift from the universe for me, and an opportunity for me to be able to get back on the straight and narrow. Because Goddess, Governess, if you don't understand the things that I've been through on these YouTube streets, I don't even want to bring it up because I'll trigger myself all over again. But I'm working on patience. I'm working on patience and getting back to my spiritual content. So this was a gift from the universe to be able to speak with you today. Now,
me as well.
Thank you. Now, are your children? Congratulations on the beautiful bundle of joy,
gratitude,
little Gam baby.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, are any of your children gifted by the spirit as well?
Absolutely. Tata used to be with me. As you can see, if you look up right above your head where my banner is, that's her and I on the post, because we used to work together.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to be on my website. She is what we used to consider the dream interpreter.
Mm-hmm.
And she was gifted before I knew I was gifted. Okay. As a
Mm-hmm.
kid, I couldn't leave her in a room because she actually saw physical apparitions, and so I could not leave her in a room. She didn't like that kind of thing. She would tell me certain things. As a kid, she described people in the house that I had no idea about, but my older generational family was looking at her like, how the fuck would she know that? From a dog to where my grandfather slept at. I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea. And so she's been gifted. And sometimes I feel like she may hold a higher something than I hold. I don't know. I just told her the other day, like, Toddy can literally enter a room and pick up on shit. Boom, 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 boom. Where I may have to be like, let me see, what is that? Huh? Oh, okay, okay. But she's already on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, yeah, she's gifted. She just, sometimes the shit is weird for her and she not necessarily want to stand. Sometimes people don't want to take over the family business.
Right, right.
Mhm.
And I think it's natural. If she is more powerful than you, it's natural because she came from you. It's a generational thing. We evolve. So of course the next generation is going to be more powerful. So that's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that you can acknowledge that and not, because some people would not even be jealous of their child, but like it becomes a competition within the house of Matilda and her mom. Okay. So I'm glad it's not that.
Yeah.
Now, do you believe in the divine masculine? And if so, does it have any type of relation to the divine feminine?
Absolutely. Oh gosh, yes. See, that's where some things went wrong with some people. Reason why I had to fall out with people because they misunderstood what I said. Because I said women were created first, and we were. Okay, it's just a fact. However, we do have a balance because then the feminine created the masculine. You understand what I'm saying? That is the spiritual energy that we work with. You must have both to have balance. The feminine is the soul, the masculine is the spirit. People don't understand that part. And it has to be a balance. So absolutely, masculine is very important. And I love dick. So
Okay. And I love throwing it. And shout out to everybody who takes dick. Because without you, the world would be a well-off worse place. Because sometimes I look at y'all and admire. I just be like, damn, even with women who's built to take it, it's just like you just be like, nigga, go ahead. I'm just imagining it's a very strong thing, and then it brings new life into this world. And then even with the Bucci cat, when they throw it back, I'm impressed as well.
spirit.
Because I could never do it. Okay, somebody got to take them. All
Somebody
right,
got to make him.
all right. Now, where do lesbian, gay, and trans fit into the spiritual world and works? And do you believe that we are born with spiritual gifts just like straight people?
Absolutely. Love all of the homosexuals, heterosexuals, transsexuals, the queer. I love them all. Let me tell you why. Because we're stuck in the loop and everybody here has been someone else. And because your DNA and your soul does not forget, although you come with different energies, you have an oversoul that is all of your souls, okay? Now, you still come with the specific energy that does not forget. Okay. And so therefore, Miss Dorothy Dandridge is Aubrey Marie. You understand what I'm saying? And
I
so,
believe that. I believe something is very kindred about Aubrey.
yes, yes. And so we have a female that I did a reading for on the live that she was the Charles, whatever his name is, the plasma guy, like the blood bank guy. Like you have been different people, and sometimes your soul does not forget, your energy doesn't forget, your DNA is carried through. We have been different people. So yes, you may have a liking, a love, a taste for a specific thing. Now there's a certain thing that is called the agenda, where some people are forcefully turned into a specific thing to push forth the agenda of certain things. It's a difference in it, but I happen to like Kuda Kid and Diddy Kid. So I like them both. I've liked women since I was a little girl. As far back as I can remember, I've always thought that the feminine body is beautiful. And then I wanted to touch it. My mama slapped the fuck out of me, like, erase that picture off that paper. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong by drawing a naked woman. I love the way it looks. It had the titties in the fur box. And she slapped the fuck out of me, like, what are you doing? I don't know. It's beautiful to me. So,
Mm.
I feel like they're very important. And yes, you have spiritual gifts because we are all divine kindred. We are the soul body of the spirit family. And so we are divine kindred family members of a divine um galactic universe, multiverse, being fragmented from a different plane of existence that is not just up in the sky. It is divinely not a part of this collective as we know it as the multiverse. It is something outside of this that cannot even be fathomed or explained.
Right. And I love the word galactic. I was trying to add that into my name, the intergalactic news galaxy. What do you think?
I love it.
Okay. Um, Thank you. So now I'm wondering now, do you feel, because I have my beliefs about this, very strong beliefs. So I wonder what you would think someone as powerful as yourself. Do you believe that black people, melanated people, that we have stronger spiritual abilities than others? Now, not to shade anyone else, but I'm wondering, do you think that we have stronger abilities and perception and other things? And why or why not?
Okay, great question. Absolutely. I don't give a fuck who feels shaded or slighted. Absolutely, we do. And I'm gonna say why is because we are the divine creation. We are the created. We are the ones that create. We are the ones that brought forth the magic, the alchemy, the spiritual gift, the understanding. So of course we're superior in it because it belongs to us.
Facts. And they're trying to stop us from getting back to it. That's why when they see people like you doing your thing or someone, they feel intimidated by that. And they even say that it's a false doctrine, even though that is the actual truth. And a lot of our spirituality has been weaponized against us. So when we get back in tune with it, that's when things start to go our way.
Absolutely.
So I love your response to that question. That was one of my personal favorite questions. Everybody know I'm a race soldier. Okay. And so,
Okay.
and you are very beautiful and very youthful. You
Gratitude.
remind me of my mother. My moles ain't coming in yet, but throughout the years, all of her kids' moles come in. And so
Gratitude.
I so gravitated towards you by that, just such marks of beauty and youth. So I
Yes.
want to know, do you do beauty and youth rituals or will you in the future?
I use sulfur bar on my face and I use olive olay. And sometimes I will take my personal scrub that I created through my manufacturer, Blissful Soap, my High Council Generational Beauty products, and I will scrub my face with my scrub, and that's it.
Right, because you do make a lot of your own products. I watched you make some hair concoction. When I tell you, you was giving me Madam CJ Walker vibes with that. Girl, I said, look at her up there in the spirit of CJ and don't even know it, honey.
I will shadow somebody in a heartbeat, honey.
Okay. And that's how you know a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? When the kindreds come through you, that is a walk with the ancestors. Absolutely. So,
Gratitude.
does good, bad, and like energy deserve or require like energy?
Do you know that you're part of the feline, the Lyrans?
No, I always thought I was a part of the Scorpio. I'm a
Yeah,
Capricorn,
that's
but I
different.
always,
But I mean, galactically, you're the part of the Lyrans.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you're a feline.
Oh, that I do know. Okay, you're right. Because let me tell you, I would say about at least 3 lives ago, I'm 8,000 years old. Well, I'm turning 8,000 on January the 8th. It's the year of the 8th. That's how I know I'm 8,000 because I've been here. Now, I always had an affinity for cats, and I felt like 3 lives ago that I was a white Siberian tiger, and my stripes never came in. And so my mother didn't take to me, and I wound up going and finding being the Lion King, even though I was a tiger. And let me tell you, my mascot, if you see on the banner here, the mascot, Pantheria, this cat came to me out of the universe, literally saved my life from dying of heartbreak young. Look at
Mm.
this. Look at how beautiful this cat is. Her name is Pantheria.
Oh, hi, Punk. She's like, listen, I
So
don't have
I
time
woke
for
her
you.
up.
Hi. And she has the green eyes like Yehuda.
Yep, that's Pantheria. She's trying to sleep, but she literally came and saved my life. I was going through a breakup, and we worked everything out, but I was going through a breakup, and literally free cats across the street from my job, and I went over there and got them, and got her. Well, it's actually a boy, but I thought it was a girl. The balls didn't drop for a long time, so I actually have a tranny cat. I refuse to believe it's a boy. She's too pretty to be a boy, and
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway,
I love that. Gratitude. Okay, what was the question? You said love like what?
yeah, does like energy pretty much deserve like energy? Like, do you fight good with good? Do you fight evil with evil? Do you fight fire with fire? And why or why not?
No, I fight. I actually just had on my shirt yesterday. This is the other day. It says I match energy. So whatever you bring to me, I'm gonna double that shit. Yeah, and I don't care.
So I'm right by that, by feeling that way.
Yeah, like, okay, if you pick up a small rock like this and you throw that at me, boom, you can't tell me not to go pick up a boulder and smash your head with it because you shouldn't have never done it.
Period. That's how I feel too. And a lot of people always make it like I'm the bad guy when they were sending me all of them racist stories, Governess. And then like I'm supposed to just report it so cutely. No, I'll be ready to go ham salad, soup, sandwich, sunflower seed kernels, and balsamic dressing.
Oh, that sounds so good.
With ranch in the corners. Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
But honey, I like that answer though. That was better than what I thought it would be. Now, how do you feel about, I got a couple spiritual questions to ask you about. Oh no, first let me ask you about root work. What's the difference between what you do now and the ancient ancestral voodoo or vodun or even further back, Obeah?
The difference is we don't know all of the technical things we should know, and we don't have all of the secrets we should have. We don't have all of the herbs and the ritual and the words. And words, I don't mean just necessarily speaking, like we don't have it all that we should have. Our magic has been watered down.
Right.
Don't mean it don't work.
And we've been colonized. That's my spiritual program. It's a long story. It's called it started off as Spiritual Essentials on Ratchet Today. I had the Ratchet Today show, and then I got flagged so many times. They claim I'm belligerent, but really I'm just reading the stories and I'm giving you the truth. And then so I came back as the Celebrity News Galaxy. So it was the Spiritual Essentials on Ratchet Today, and then it transformed to Yusuf of Saturn 8, giving you Decolonizing Spirituality. I know I have 100 names. Oh well.
Right, me too.
But Decolonizing Spirituality, that is my thing right there. I love to look at the old versus the new. I like to compare the different translations, see which one resonates with me. I like to see so that I know the root of the truth that was stolen, because people seem to think that in a colonized land that they will tell us the truth, that will tell us a lie about everything except for God. So what we seem to not realize as spiritual people in this experience is that we are literally running on a hamster wheel, giving people our spiritual energy who have no spirits. So that's, I always wonder what spiritualists think about that. Swear, because I'd be like, because there's words of power. There's so many things that is missing, and you're so right about that. You're so right about that. Okay, so now I got a couple different little sectors I want to ask you just to fire off. How do you feel about voodoo?
Love it.
Christianity.
Don't fuck with it.
Folklore.
Doesn't belong to me.
Astrology and numerology.
Love it. Wish I knew more of it.
Sacred geometry.
Wish I knew more of it.
Sex magic.
Please, I need to do more of it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, one more thing I forgot to ask you. When it comes down to the race question, when I said, are Black people more spiritually gifted, do you think that it has anything to do with our DNA? And if so, in what terms? Is it our DNA as a people, or is it bloodlines?
It's both. It's all of that. Because your soul is divinely intertwined into your DNA. And so, your DNA is memory, and it carries nothing but memory and soul. and energy. And so even when I'm connected to your ancestors, I am connected directly into your soul body. And so I'm talking to your physical vessel, as well as the energy that surrounds you, which are your ancestors. So it is all of that. It's a conglomerate of information that is divinely. It is the intranet, which is the grandmother of the soul. And so can genomes and other races, species of people connect? Absolutely. Do I channel their energy? Yes, because their energy doesn't mean that it's spiritual energy, doesn't mean that it's soul energy. It means that it is energy that can be connected with.
Period. Great way to simplify that. Great way to simplify that. How can people break generational curses?
See, that's a class. That's my class. But I will say it to you because you asked me, and I come to tell you no lies. To break generational curses is to understand you're in a simulation that is programmed, and you must reprogram the program in order for you to break free of it.
Thank you so much. Very well put. We're gonna have to get your book, okay?
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite element to work with, and why?
Oh, that's good. So when you say element, what do you mean? You mean like, do I like working with like blood, tissue? Do I like working with the dirt and water?
The earth, water, fire, air, blood, all of it.
I like working with water, and I like working with the element of blood and tissue.
Okay.
Inside of voodoo.
Okay. And do you work with the moon phases?
Okay. So the lunar thing is a little tricky, and I'm going to say why. Because the lunar phases in magic only works because you manifest it and believe it, just like people in church, because it's really a jump room. That's a whole space base. You know what I mean? And so because you are the divine crystal being that's actually procreating the energy, that's why it works. So
okay, understood. Thank you so much for that. And you know, that was one of my next questions. Let me skip to it real quick and come back. What is your favorite crystal? Because I wanted to know. My guess would be either citrine or tiger's eye or amethyst.
Funny. Okay. I love amethyst. I love citrine. I love selenite, and I love hematite because hematite balances. And I found that to be really, really true, as well as I have to say the top would be garnet, because in the beginning I was giving out garnets until I ran out of garnet.
That's my sign, Capricorn.
You know, so garnet, melanite crystal will be my favorite because that's what we are. Melanite crystal will be my top. I like moldavite as well. So I have some top picks.
Okay. And what about black tourmaline?
I love that. I have it, as well as obsidian. So I love dark black crystals as well. I have a whole bag of oh my god, it's not selenite, it's shungite. I have a whole bag.
Okay. I never heard of that one.
Shungite?
Yeah.
Oh, I got introduced to it by someone else. She used to make shungite oil. And I used to get it from her. And then I discovered shungite, and I went to the crystal shop in Florida, and I bought a whole bag. It's huge like this, and it's full. And so I said, once I'm done giving out selenite crystals with my decks of cards, if people are still buying my decks, I'll give out the shungite. Because it's also for sale. I sell crystals too.
Okay, great. And we're definitely going to want to know the link for that so I can check out that store. Now back to the question
because I don't have it on my shop.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Back to the I need to make sure which Instagram is yours. Please follow me back from your real Instagram, because you got trolls out there and imposters. I was over there, somebody trying to send them because I was trying to do some graphics or something, because I just sit around and do creative stuff for people I like. And so I was sitting around, I was trying to find you on Instagram, and it was somebody fake talking about, just send what you need to send here. Fuck no.
Okay.
It's a troll. Yeah, and then they disappeared.
Okay, so you have to send me so I can send you, and I'll follow you, and you'll know it's me.
Okay. And so now I had recently just asked you, do you work with moon phases? And you answered. I want to know, is there a such thing as sun phases or sun magic? And do you work with the sun?
They tell you that we need the sun. I like the sun because I love to feel the sun rays. I love to be outside. I love sunshine. I hate the winter. However, if China could create a sun and put it in the sky, then where did our sun go? And how do we know it's a real thing? All of this is a simulation. It doesn't exist. I love to feel it though.
Right. Do you believe that the black woman's emotions control the weather?
Ooh, that's a good question. I never thought about it that way. However, I do believe in Shoshone Oya, and I do believe that we do have Tantanus, who is also used to control the weather. So absolutely.
Okay. All right. And now, what are you doing during the witching hours?
Well, you mean between 3 and 4 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not sleeping, I may be up like fulfilling orders. I may be up on the live. I may be watching porn.
Oh, you know they stopped letting people watch Pornhub in certain states.
Honey, I watch xnxx.com.
I watch Twitter.
I heard my daughters didn't watch it.
Girl, Twitter will bust its own nut. Okay.
I mean,
that's where all the young tight thoughts is at.
I've seen some of it.
But you can't tweet about the truth. Look at that. You can't tweet about the truth, but you can go ahead and make it fart on there. That's horrible. So let me see. You already answered the questions. Now, what is intention and why does it matter?
Oh gosh, that is so good and so important. Your intention is that is so good. Gratitude. Your intention is your internal 3 moon phases. Basically, it is what I don't even want it to happen. It is what I will to happen because I've already said it happened. It already happened before I even knew that it happened because that's just the way that the Adina works. Your soul works that way. So it is the greatest manifestation you can ever put forward is your intent. Because if I intend to do harm to you, then harm is already done. It was done before. My intention was done before I even thought it.
Right.
So it is your sure vibration of your soul and your spiritual energy. That's exactly what intent is. You don't even know your intent until you know it, and it's already been done.
So that's kind of self-explanatory of why it matters.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And let's see now, how do you feel about media misrepresentation of free and black spirituality, such as white versus black magic, goddesses, ancestors, voodoo, and etc.? They try to demonize it, while literally DC literally is a mockery of Egypt.
Well, okay, how I feel about it, I feel like they have use the representation of themselves and put it up on us as Melanite people. And I feel like they have taken it, they have stolen it. And so they want you to make, in your mind, they want you to believe that it is a devil thing, it's horrible, it's dark, it's evil, but really it is the best thing ever. And that's why they want it. That's why they use it. That's why they are millionaires off of it, and we can't even get people to come to a show on $30.
Right.
They'll go and believe genomes, white people genomes, before they would ever believe what comes out of my mouth. They have to actually see it. See, I built my reputation off because of my accuracy, you know. Whereas people like Sloan Bella can just pop up and say what she say, and they like, Sloan, say it.
Right. I didn't click on not one word of gnome. I didn't click on not one word of child. Don't get me started. I don't believe with no white spiritualist got to tell me no white pastor, even pastor pork chop or pastor pork rind, ain't got no control over my soul. So I really appreciate that, because people really need to stop, and they just need a white person to tell them what's going on. And a part of that, if they were so great and so honest, why don't they just tell you how great you are? Okay. You know, and they pissed me off what they did with Papa Legba in American Horror Story.
Yeah, yeah. Let me say this because I don't want anybody to ever get it incorrect. I went to go see Teresa Caputo. Is she real? Absolutely. I grew my understanding of who I am off of John Edwards, Teresa Caputo, Sylvia Brown, even I love Tyler Henry. Do I necessarily believe? I love the work that I do. And so there's not many people like me, my complexion, to do the work that I do, that we do. So that's just like growing up and there's nothing but white music. You know what I mean? I grew up on rock and roll. You know what I mean? I grew up on White Snake. Does that mean I don't love the Temptations? Absolutely fucking not. Can White Snake hold a candle to the Temptations? Absolutely fucking not. But I grew up on that.
Right. It's okay. You know, the things and manner of that we're accustomed to can be used to our advantage when we're transmutating the situation.
Absolutely. There was in my video when I first interviewed Naya Rivera, they told me, hey, there are 6 people that we come to, and I think like 2 of them were white people. You understand me? And one of them may have been Sloan Ballard. I don't know. Don't give a fuck. I know what I do. I get tired of people coming after me and getting my credit. I ain't saying don't give her credit, because if she fired, she fired. But where's my motherfucking credit at? You know,
I feel the same way as black media. And I put my spiritual side on the back burner. And so I felt like I winded up sacrificing something, you know, like if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And I watched the way that people don't want to hear the truth from me, but they will take any little ounce they can get from Megan Cuniff or something with her Megan Griffin looking ass. And, you know, and then, but when the black people say something, the one who's out there always white at the court hearings, at Tory's hearing and all of this, and they kicked Mob Radio out, but they let her ass in there get the write up. It's just all kinds of disrespectful stuff. And so it gets on my nerves, and I see how black people hang on the words of the non-blacks. And it's just, I just see weak spirits. Yeah. So that's why I asked you that.
Absolutely.
That's just why I asked it. And we're almost done. Could you imagine we got through all of that? We're almost done in 45 minutes. So I'm just so excited.
Yusuf sent me a list of questions like this. And I said, let's hit them all if we can hit them all. If not, like, you know, I mean, let's get to the best ones. But he was like, well, let's just answer these motherfuckers and get it. Yes.
Because I can go on and on and on all day. Trust me, because I've been dying to meet you. So now I feel like I know you. I can relax and just ask you the questions.
Okay.
So now, what makes you share your power with the masses?
Because they have to know. They have to know they can't rise to frequency if they're blinded. That's my problem with Beyonce. I think she's an amazing artist when she's in her fucking physical body. I think she's an amazing artist when whoever steps into her body, whatever clone they have performing as her. I think she's amazing. But when are you going to tell the secrets that have been given back to you, our secrets that's been given? When are you going to give it back to us?
Right. And I know they're not. I fear that they're not. Even in the secret society, I always wonder where are the black secret societies and not the gangsters outside. Because even with them out there, don't get me started. If they only had pride. Yeah. If they only had pride, they'll be our warrior class.
If they only had a brain. I'm just saying, like, I can't hold it to myself. And that's why I don't charge a lot. If I do readings on a live, and that's why I do free readings on live, because I can tell you, and people can say, oh, she's a good reader. But if you never witness it, if you never experience it, you know, you could think, oh, she picked certain people out because she really know them, until I pick you. And then you know, like, you can testify to whatever it is. So people have to know. And if they come and they hear my dirty mouth and they love the messy shit that I come with, they're going to stay for the content. Right. They're going to stay and get a reading. And then they're going to come back again. And then they may catch a Bible study. And then they may catch some messy shit. And then they may come back again for some more teaching. And in that, I'm still gathering the masses of those that can hear. Because in y'all Bible, it say those who have ears will hear.
Period. Now, thank you for that. How can one identify signs and communications with the spirits, ancestors, or gods and goddesses? How can we tell that they're, what'd you say?
You're living.
Okay.
You're here. You're working with them at every moment of every day. Just because you don't believe it don't mean they're not assisting you and you getting on their nerve.
So it's better to show gratitude.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And so how can someone find their calling?
That's a tricky question because your calling is always going to be your soul and your spirit, right? However, what you're talented at doing and what your passion is will be whatever you wake up in the morning and wish you could do and you can get paid for doing it. That's what that is. But soulfully and spiritually, you're supposed to awaken your deity part of yourself and whatever the fuck the soul and spirit give to you and you're supposed to do, whether you are a Reiki specialist and you are supposed to put your energetic hand in somebody's body and fix them and align them so they can rise back up. That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay. So you kind of can tell by what you're good at, what your purpose is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always thought. And I don't know why it's so hard. Sometimes you just need to hear it to remind yourself. So that's why I wanted to ask that question. Thank you so much for the answer.
That's
And this is a simple question. This is a multiple choice question. Do you believe in second chances? A, in life, B, at life, or C, not at all?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean when you say that.
A second
Like, is
chance
there
at
something
life.
you can?
Like, okay, someone who committed a horrible crime, do they deserve grace if they show change?
Absolutely.
If someone had lived a horrible life, do they deserve to come back next life? Things of that nature.
Okay. So I'm gonna answer all three of them then. So do people deserve a second chance at life? Absolutely, because people are people, and people have been our people have been trained to be savages. We're not innately savages. So yes, I believe you get a second chance. You should, and you know that's my problem. Sometimes I give a third chance as well. So it depends on the growth, if they're actually what their intent is, what their heart space is. So yeah, absolutely. Now, to will they get a second chance at living? If you die, do you come back? You have no choice on that. You don't even want to for real, but we have no choice. You're gonna do that shit until we don't do it again. Okay. And then your third one was, what is it?
Was not at all. It was just like who don't deserve a second chance.
I feel like those who don't deserve any second chances would be those who are actively in the knowing, you know exactly what you're doing, and you're still a pedophile or things of that nature, or you're still just actively and knowingly wanting to collect souls and kill people and harm people without them even being the wiser of what you're doing, what energy you're acting in, that you are gaining. You're gaining riches of the earth by collecting their souls and killing them.
Right.
So some of the celebrities, I don't think that they should have second chances in people's lives. I really wish bad things on them. I don't give a fuck, because you know what you know, Bushina, and you are actively collecting souls and killing people, and then you have the nerve to sit in a movie theater and judge someone. Shut the fuck up.
Right. Well, that tells me that you're going to love this celebrity news galaxy, because I drags their ass. Yes, I do. I can't stand them. They're such buffoons. The real truth that needs to be highlighted, everybody's worshiping them instead of their ancient gods and goddesses, and they're running tricks. Like you said, Beyonce was the perfect example. They're all doing that. You know, doing mass rituals before our eyes for their masters, and not even, it's just sickening to me. They know what they're doing.
Even the playing field, and we'll see. It's not fair that you want to kill me. You could put in contracts on my head because I'm trying to level out the playing field. If you're so good, if you're so superior, and that goes for the celebrities that are, like you said, working for their fucking masters. Like Cat Williams came in and he did what he was supposed to do the other day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He exposed some shit. So if we're going to level the playing field, You go and get your goons, and I'll go and get my guys, and we'll see.
Period. Good versus evil. And it's crazy that you brought up Cat Williams, because I honestly wanted to talk to you about that. If that would be a topic that I could talk to you about, that would be it, honey. Because let me tell you, I'm not a hater. For one, I'm not a hater. I'm just saying that I'm not easily impressed. Being a truth teller all my life, I'm not impressed. I'm just happy that one person finally spoke up, because that's all it took, was a person of prominence to say it. But I've literally been saying all the things that he's saying now, not the specific individuals, but about more straight men willing to wear a dress than gay men, about the way that they are brute bucks for no reason, about the way that they're selling out their people and knowingly being race traders. I've been calling this stuff out for years, and I get shut down left and right. But it takes Cat Williams, somebody who, again, luckily they were worshiping, so that they will pay attention. So it's just, I'm not jealous, but I ain't no way I could watch an interview of Shannon Sharp's biscuit eating ass.
Let's just talk about it. Let me just tell you what I feel like. Okay. I feel like a couple things. He came and he did what he was supposed to do. Is he still slightly confused on the whole Jesus thing? Maybe that's his thing. I don't have no judgment on that. Whatever works for him, it don't work for me. But I'm glad you did what you did. The crazy part is Shay laughed the entire time. Oh man.
Yeah, and don't say that.
You talking to somebody inside of this boys club that you don't even like, but he didn't give a fuck either. You know what I mean? He still said what he said. He did what he did.
That's why Cat should have been interviewed by somebody like you or I, though. You see what I'm saying? I feel like Cat Williams should have been interviewed by someone like you or I, because I was not impressed. Even with all of his truth, it was just like, finally somebody said it. So, and then of all people, him, every time he said something, he's squirming in the seat. You bet don't say nothing bad about Massa. You know Massa been good to you.
Dick sitting up to his chest.
Right. Can't wait to go turn back over for Becky, because you know that's another thing. They be walking more fruity than the gays when they with Becky. They like one chromosome away from gay.
People who know me for a long time know I say that. Go ahead, though. Go ahead, Flag.
Governess, but that's what I'm saying. But people like you or I will get silenced. So Kevin had Cat got himself to a position where he was able to say the truth and still live.
And not one person, they may have tried to clown him, they may have said what they said, but not one person said he's a motherfucking liar.
Period.
Not one.
Period. And later on, we'll address him being prone to violence, because that could be channeled into a better way too. You know, because he will bust somebody upside the head with a salt shaker at Spawn Divots and knock their tooth out.
I will too.
Well, me three, but you know, we all got to do better. So we can't judge him.
I don't judge him at all. I really don't. And they tried to humiliate him. They tried to do a lot of things to him, but he still ain't never changed his story.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to get too distracted with that. And thank you for that input. We're going to wrap this interview up. This is an exclusive with QuaTita Dean, the Governess, right here on A Walk with the Ancestors, merging with Celebrity and Crime Intergalactic News Galaxy. Spiritual News Galaxy, Decolonizing Spirituality, all of that. And galactic. So I want to know, yes, honey, galactic. Galactic. Yes, 2 C's in there. All right. And so now, do you ever be afraid to communicate with the spirits? And how can someone over fear of communicating or tapping in?
I used to be, and sometimes I still am. It just depends. And what makes me fearful is because I don't want to necessarily see them with my full eyes, you know, my apparitions. I don't necessarily, because I have done that. I've seen them. I see them sometimes peeking around the corner if they manifest themselves into the physical. So yeah, you know, sometimes I'll get up and be like, I feel them in there, like, fuck. I feel a whole bunch of people in here. I feel a whole bunch of energy in here, you know. So it sometimes is eerie, can be eerie, because that's what we've been trained on, you know. But I feel like for those who are just walking in there, you just gonna have to actually do it and communicate, talk to them like you would talk to me, so you can start to lose that fear, because that's what I had to do. Like, look here, motherfucker, stop touching people's shit. Because I used to sometimes go in people's house, still do, and they lights start flashing. Like, stop touching people's shit. Don't touch people's shit. You know, don't knock their shit over. Shit will start. No, stop. So I talk to them. You command your space. You command your energy. Be quiet. Hey, hush. Like, yeah.
Can't take their asses nowhere.
Okay, can't take their ass nowhere.
Honey. Well, now, is witchcraft or this type of work, is it taxable?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can sell services. I can sell rituals. What's that chick who calls herself a witch? She said she done made $1 million.
Oh.
What's her name? She was on Tasha K.
Oh, okay. I don't know her name though, but I do.
He done made $1 million off doing it.
Okay. Just making sure, because this is a lucrative business. You know, people understand, like, now you ain't supposed to sell the word like they do at church, but these are spiritual gifts that people be sharing, and you deserve to be rewarded.
When I first started doing this, I took donations only. And then the spirit started telling me, like, listen, ain't you getting tired of getting evicted? You're doing a great work. Why wouldn't you charge for it? You're not charging for the message, you're charging for your time. And so I charge for my time. My time is very valuable. But will I give you a free message? People will call me. People will attest to this. Can I book a session with you? How much do you cost? And I would tell them I am $290. And they will say, I cannot afford it. I say, what is going on in your life? Tell me what you are wanting to look at. And I will give them sometimes a reading. And don't be calling my phone on that bullshit because you're going to get cussed out. I do what the soul and the spirit tell me to do. But I have done that. And I will say, just even conversing with them, telling them like, hey, it's $290. You can go on my website. Hey, what's wrong with your stomach? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I think your daddy's like, it'll just happen that way, you know? So I'm not a person, I don't charge for messages. I charge for my time. And if I choose to give you my time, then I'll do that.
Period. Absolutely. And do you feel like, well, how do people get in touch with you for a reading? Because I think that, I don't know if this is everybody, but I had a hard time getting in touch with you until even though it was easy because you put your number up, but it's like, I never saw your number up there before.
That's crazy, isn't it? Because it's everywhere. You can Google me and all that shit will pop up. My website will pop up. That's how you schedule with me, is my website, walkwiththeancestors.com. Okay. If you call me, I'm just going to tell you, because I still haven't changed my thing. And it says call for a session. When you call me for a session, I'm going to give you the website. So you just book by the website. You cannot book or schedule a reading with me any other way. If anybody else is trying to schedule you that way, it is false. That is a scam. Only other way you will schedule with me that is not on there is via my assistant, which is why I never say her name, because a motherfucker will pretend to be her in a heartbeat. You understand what I'm saying? But she will tell you who she is, and you can only get that if you're going to set up for a walk with crime. That means I'm going to look at a murder case for you or a missing persons case, and that's cheaper. That's $150. I'm not going to do a full reading for you. I'm specifically going to look at a case for you only. And that is, you do that via the DM of a walk with crime, a walk _ with crime, which is why I've gotten probably 100 followers on there, because they're trying to set up a fake page. So be aware of that. And they think I don't know. And so I made my regular Instagram private, because they kept trying to get in by that, so they can have opportunity to look at what I do. So that's the only other way. Those are the two ways you can schedule with me. And one is an actual session for 30 minutes. And I don't do anything less or more. I'm thinking about taking a note out of Charming's book, because I have Charming and Tap In with Tiff on my website as well. You can book with them. But Charming does, like, you can ask her like 1 or 2 questions and she'll email you the answer back. I'm thinking about doing that, because I think that's a brilliant idea that she fucking does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more like Charming.
Energy they have to go out.
Yeah, you know. And so I'm thinking about that. But other than that, no, you schedule with my website for either one of us. Like I said, I have those 2 on there as well. And then a walk with crime, a walk _ with crime.
Thank you so much. And now, so we are at the hour mark, and we can stop. I do have 3 more questions, but it's okay if I don't get to it. Okay. This one popped up though, I swear, because I'm wondering, like, have you ever had the issue? Because I only did 2 little readings before, and those 2 people have been bothering me forever. Like, they don't have a mind and a soul of their own. Do you feel like people lean on you for a crutch spiritually?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have to tell them, This ain't that and that ain't this. Go live your life. I don't know what to tell you. Stop calling me. I've had to cut people off.
Take the information I gave you and apply it to your life.
I've had people schedule me like regularly, and I have to tell them I'm going to refund your money, or we have to push your session out by some months because you're not even allowing the spirit to in the soul to move and show up.
Right, right. Thank you. Because I just feel like a lot of people need to say that, and a lot of soulists and spiritualists, they don't want to say that. So I said it for you. Stop hanging on to these people as a crutch like you do the damn church. Get you a good reading and going about what you done learned about yourself.
Yep.
Now, have you ever met a celebrity or read a celebrity whose spirit was so broken that you had to do extra work or just couldn't help them?
Mo3.
Oh, okay. Ooh, damn, that's deep. I just met some of the people over there in that sector too, literally in the past 2 weeks. So that's interesting that you brought that up. I didn't even expect you to name drop. Thank you so much.
I really didn't think that they were going to. I didn't realize, even me looking at it and I saw the seriousness of it, I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't think they would really kill him. You know what I mean? And so even when I was getting the messages for him a few days before, again, in my mind, he was a celebrity and I didn't have a right to reach out. And you know what I'm saying? Because what if I'm wrong and he go and kill somebody? I feel like that blood is on my hands. And so now, because I just DM'd him, I did not call or text his phone, although I had his number. I feel to blame, you know, to a certain.
Don't feel the blame. Don't feel the blame.
You know, so I feel like I failed in that.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Don't carry that burden though, because you didn't. I think you did the right thing because you help a lot of people, and people can only help themselves. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them think. You can't make them choose, and you can't make them change. So, you know, the fact that the spirit was trying to communicate with you, I think that was enough. You know, because you did extend yourself in some way. I'm sure he probably scrolled past that DM. I'm not blaming him, but I'm just saying the spirit wasn't working through him the way it was working through you. So that's not your fault.
His grandmother told me she was going to watch over him. So I immediately thought, oh, that's great protection.
Right.
And he had told me, he said, oh, well, you know, yesterday at my show, they tried to kill me. Like, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. But I'm thinking, oh, well, he's protected. And sure enough, when I got off the call, Carlos said, no, Queen, they're going to kill him. And I'm like, no. And they did.
Damn, that's horrible. I did not know it was going to be that serious of an answer.
You got half of Dallas working against you and people that you're supposed to be like this with.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Now, this one here, you answered it for me already in the chat, but I wanted to get this a part of the interview. When celebrities, art, or songs or movies pop into your head, do you feel that it's a spiritual message or connection?
Yes, and that's how I know he be with me sometimes, because he'll just start singing a song or playing the song over and over again. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Why is you here today? You know, or I know that there are some spirits that are with me, souls that are with me that love, like Chrisette Michelle. They love certain songs. Like, so either it's a message in that song that I need to look at, or somebody that is a music lover or a musician is with me.
Mm-hmm. And Chrisette might need a reading.
Or that
Chrisette might need a reading. And
they
so this
to go back into that. I used to do readings for living celebrities, and I would just do it and post it. And so they've been asking me to go back to do that. And I just
T and Tarot.
Yeah,
I like that. This is the last question here. How many divinatory systems do you know or use?
Don't know how many I know. How many I use, it depends. It really just depends. When I first started, like I said, me and my daughter would practice together, and I would use like runes, and I've always been interested in tea leaves. I've been interested in tarot. I know people who tried to teach me how to read a regular deck of cards. So it depends on different things I do never, ever, ever touch. I never, ever touch a Ouija board. I never, ever touch rods. I never touch crystal balls. Soul and the spirit tells me never to touch them. So I don't.
Interesting.
I love
Yeah.
crystal balls. I want one, but they've told me like no. It's kind of like a mirror. You know what I mean? A crystal ball
Mhm.
is, and
Right.
they're not as bad. Like if I want one, I probably can really get one. But like if I go to, for example, if I go to a metaphysical store, there are some rooms in certain places I'll go into, and they'll stop my feet and say, "Don't go in there."
Right.
And I'll look in there, and there'll be Ouija boards and different shit going around.
Right.
No,
Oh
absolutely.
Lord. Well, that was it. And I just really show so much gratitude and grace. Thank you so much for this interview, for
This was
this
fun.
exclusive one-on-one and personal. I would love to do it again. Anytime that you ever need any type of media person, I am here. This is what I'm chosen to do, and I'm trying to find my way. And you've helped me so much on my journey, from everything from just seeing you throughout the years and being able to tune in. Because I'm always sometimes I'm not able to tune in until I get pushed back to this channel and I remember all the spiritual stuff that I'm savvy to and subscribe to. And so it's always you. And so I always drop down. I don't know if you remembered me from the chat, but it just feels so good to come from down there to up here. And I just look forward to more anything, interviews, collaborations. If you need graphics or anything, just someone to talk to, I'm here for you.
Yes, because he created the graphic that you see on the front of the cover. So a couple
Did
things.
you
Let me
see
say
the
this.
crystal ball?
I did. I did see the crystal ball.
We are too connected. It's not funny. We both got on purple right now. Don't get
Yeah.
me started.
He's like, "What you wearing?" I said, "Well, I'm wearing a little purple shirt. This is my little shirt. This is my little one band, one sound cookout shirt." But a couple things. Let me say this before we get out of here. One, I want to sincerely apologize because when you were texting me, reaching out, I was cutting you short and not responding on purpose because I saw the name said Ratchet today. And so I started immediately thinking of Ratchet TV, and I never know who's false, you know. And so
Right.
I'm like, and Spirit is like, just respond. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
So then you're like, I'm like, maybe it's not what I'm because I'm traumatized. Okay. So I apologize. And so that's why I text you and apologize and said, I'm sorry, you know, like I'm not responding like I should. Because I was just like, I was apprehensive on it, you know. And so this was great. This was amazing. And I would love to see some of your other work that you have done because I feel like you're probably going to do some other things that are going to be great. And I would like to see what it is that you do.
Yes, yes, Governess. I'm just a very clairvoyant person. I'm very outspoken, and it's just like I just have like a lot of spiritual perception, you know. I teach myself a lot of stuff and I like to share what I'm learning as I'm learning it. I'm no professional or anything. I'm just a spiritual scholar. And I got certain gifts that help people just from knowing me. And so I'm trying to figure out what's so special. And I do know that I'm gifted to speak. I have a powerful voice. I can do anything with my voice from mimic and mock to sing to talk to even I'm very good at making up rituals. I'm very creative. So it's like, even in a spiritual sense, I'm just a creative person. So I can make up rituals on the spot, all types of stuff like that. And I throw bones, which is sort of like the runes, but a different way
I'm
to
very
where
interested in it.
I made it up myself. I collected throughout the years items and pieces and charms that mean something to me from different spaces and places and times in life that literally mean something to me. And so I take all of those objects together, throw it down with a coyote bone, and the way they fall up or down, near this, near that, it tells a message. So I want to get back to reading, doing my warrior readings, because I like to read for the warrior class. I like to read for artists and also for businesses. I want to get this reading down packed, that I'm working on this ritual that will help businesses to incorporate what they're supposed to be doing in prosperity and generational wealth into their endeavors. So I'm so busy trying to help other people that I lost sight of control. So I literally am unhinged. I'm very calm right now, but Governess, Yuzi's unhinged.
Okay, gotcha. I
And Ratchet
appreciate
TV,
that.
people used to call me Ratchet TV. I remember seeing him doing some column with you before. I don't know what the beef is or what the fallout, but I do remember about a year or two ago, he was up there doing a show. And at that time, I was the Ratchet Today Show. I've always been the Ratchet Today Show. My 9th year anniversary is Dr. Martin Luther King's Day. It ain't no original. It ain't nobody other than me. Yeah, from the Ratchet Today Show. Some of y'all probably remember I used to drag these dickheads, and I still do now on the Celebrity News Galaxy, but I tries to keep it cute. I'm the real Ratchet Today. Yes.
Got it.
It's like
Gratitude.
USA Today, Ratchet Today. And so that show has been trolled off of YouTube. Now I got to figure out to make a DVD or something. I had to make a new name. So now I'm Celebrity News Galaxy. But I'm the real Ratchet Today. Yes.
Okay, I love that. Gratitude for having me with the interview, even though we had to do it here, which is still amazingly great. I'm going to make sure that I send you the link for this though, so you can post it on all of your stuff. So gratitude for even wanting to interview me, man. You know, I appreciate it for even just feeling like you made me feel important. So
because you are a celebrity. You are a star. You really are. You're a melanated treasure. You really are. You know, this community needs you. We need more like you. And so ain't no way I would just be fake as hell to sit here trying to build my media platform and not reach out to the governess for an interview. So I don't know.
I appreciate it. Well, I send love to you. Love and light. Peace and solitude there was.
Peace, everybody. Yes, come to my channel, y'all. That's how you celebrity with an S, because I'm going to come back in a couple of days and I'm going to be dragging them. So don't get offended. What do you care about more, them or me? You know?
Well, I definitely want to see it.
All right. I'm
Peace,
so hyped. I don't want to go. It's so hard. Oh, one more thing. Oh, I swear. Earlier in the reading, when you did that Capricorn reading, the spiritual song that come into the mind, you know what it was?
What?
You said it's a Christian song come into mind. I don't know why. It's a message in the song. There is power in the name QuaTita. That shit was on my mind for 2 days, so that's probably what you was picking up.
Really? Gratitude.
Power in the name QuaTita.
I appreciate it.
Now let me go roll a blunt and eat some nuggets.
Child, let me go eat. I got on a t-shirt and some panties sitting here. Gratitude.
Are you a vegan?
I go back and forth.
Okay, that's cool. Intermittent.
Yeah.
That's the intermittent vegan.
Yeah.
And you ain't never got no pants on. Let that coochie breathe.
Exactly.
Hey, let me get out of here. All right.
Bye, y'all. Gratitude. Peace.